Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us on this webinar today. This is going to be a webinar regarding cryptocurrency payments in the hospitality industry. I'm Dainis Legers, Business Development Manager at ForumPay, and today we have two guys joining us from the HumanTouch System team, Matteo Colucci and Morris Soued.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So I'll start briefly about ForumPay, and then we can dive into the more interesting things, which will be obviously the actual demo of the integration that the HumanTouch team have done on their end. And so I'll start briefly with an overview about ForumPay. So ForumPay is a global cryptocurrency payment gateway company. We provide our clients with crypto and blockchain solutions that allow them to capitalize on the fastest growing consumer segment of crypto users, risk-free and fully compliant. We have developed our own crypto payment gateway technology. We also own and operate our own exchange, so we don't really have any third-party dependencies. Everything is in-house. We can be really flexible with the product and the integrations. And this is something you will see today on the demo by the HumanTouch team as well. And those two happy gentlemen on the right side of the screen, that's not a Shutterstock image. That's actually Josh Tate on the left side. He's the CEO of ForumPay. On the right side, you see Jeffrey Rosenzweig. He's the CEO of ForumPay. And Jeff leads the product development on our team. In terms of why crypto payments, this is a question that we got asked quite a lot, especially during the first years. When I joined the company 4 years ago, this was one of the top questions that everyone wanted to understand. Now it's less of a relevant question because we see that financial institutions are adopting cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrencies have been seen a significant adoption in general, but still it's as some of the reasons that we would like to highlight for this particular industry is that it's a faster and more efficient way to transact. There are no chargebacks. All transactions are on blockchain are final. Crypto consumers tend to spend more than card payment on card payments, and obviously this is also still a very good strategic choice for a business development, and we see this as a really strong marketing tool as well. And moving on to the next slide, why ForumPay? So there were some of the key factors that we wanted to solve when we launched ForumPay. And first of all, we wanted to make cryptocurrencies as a true form of payment. So something that you can use for payments or day-to-day transactions. And the area where it really struggled was that merchants still need to pay their expenses in fiat currencies. And when they accept crypto payments themselves and convert it later into fiat, obviously there's the volatility risk. So what we wanted to achieve is a system where merchants still invoices like they normally do in traditional currencies. Their clients simply have the option to pay with crypto, and we instantly convert into fiat and settle those funds to the merchant. And that's essentially what we did. We've solved this volatility issue by being able to lock in the conversion rate. And on top of that, when we designed the solution, we also wanted it to be 100% crypto wallet agnostic, so that when you're accepting payments through ForumPay, you're able to accept payments from any wallet globally. So when I started and joined the company 4 years ago, I think it was around 100 million wallets globally, and currently there's already nearly 600 million wallets globally. And essentially, this is the fastest growing consumer segment in the world. So on top of that, when we designed the system, we also wanted it to be fully automated, so that the merchants, when they're accepting payments, they don't need to log into the dashboard, do anything manually themselves to initiate any settlements. It's fully automated. It's the same as accepting any other form of payment. Funds are automatically settled to the bank account on a daily basis. We also wanted to have it fully transparent in terms of pricing. So we have one all-inclusive processing fee. There are no additional fees, no surprise fees. So as a business, you can always know that you're getting whatever you sell, that's the amount that you're getting in your bank account. So these are some of the reasons why ForumPay would be your choice. Now I'll start a brief video showing how the process works in the hospitality environment. So in this video, you can see that there are multiple ways how transactions can be facilitated. So first of all, payments can be generated from any mobile device that's connected to the internet, phone, tablet. And finally, what you can see here is we have our own POS device. And later on in this presentation, you'll see that we can actually integrate into existing payment systems as well. And that's something that Morris will show in his presentation shortly. So some of the challenges that the hotels are facing. So obviously, One of the main challenges is that there are still a lot of intermediaries in transactions, and especially if these transactions are cross-border international payments. So card transactions tend to have a lot of intermediaries or parties that are involved in payments. There's also obviously the issue of different fiat currencies, if it's in the travel industry or hospitality industry. If some of the merchants decide that they want to accept crypto payments themselves manually, it's also obviously an option, but at that point they're exposed to the volatility risk because they need to convert the cryptocurrency themselves and then have those funds settled to their bank account through an exchange. And on top of this volatility risk, obviously there's maybe this risk which is less known for crypto users in the retail industries, that in some cases crypto can come from like a sanctioned exchange, or it potentially could have been previously used for illegal activities. And obviously in the hospitality industry, the chargeback risk is one of those risks that businesses are facing. And let's jump on to how we help businesses. So first of all, we have one of the features which I haven't covered yet is something that we call instant confirmation. So essentially our transactions are approved instantly, and this process takes seconds, where it's especially important in an environment where a person is making in-store payment, for example. So online, obviously, it helps with the user experience as well. But if someone's at the restaurant, they don't want to wait for 5 or 10 minutes for it to go through on a blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain, for example, where blocks are on average 10 minutes. We approve them instantly, and that's with funds guaranteed for the merchant. And then in our case, obviously, we're instantly converting into fiat and settling those fiats to the bank account of the merchant. And this flow shields the merchant from two things. First of all, it shields from the volatility risk because we instantly convert into fiat. And also our system shields them from the risk of accepting crypto that, for example, has been used for illegal activities, because we have measures in place how we check the crypto. And if we detect that, for example, the crypto has been used for illegal activities, those transactions are blocked, and we don't expose the business to that risk. And then obviously we also have really fast settlement. We settle to businesses on a T+1 basis. So fiat funds are settled to businesses' bank account on a daily basis. In terms of integrations, you'll see on the demo by Morris and Matteo, we do offer a full API integration. And this is what most of the bigger businesses do. And it can also be integrated as a fully white label solution, which is quite often used by PSPs and payments companies, where they use our merchant processing solution on a white label basis and simply offer it to all of their merchants. We also have a lot of additional ways so it can be integrated. We have plugins for e-commerce platforms. It can be used directly by logging into the dashboard from a mobile device, for example. Some of our clients use invoice links that they send by email, or obviously, we have full on-site integrations, and this is similar to what we'll see later on in the demo by Morris and Matteo. In terms of security and compliance, obviously, as a financial regulated entity, we do KYC, KYB onboarding on all of the businesses that we process payments for, and we use sum and substance for that service. And as I mentioned previously, to make sure that the crypto used for transactions hasn't been used for illegal activities, we use Chainalysis. So anything that gets a score of less than low risk is blocked and reviewed by our compliance team, and this essentially shields your business, where if you would be doing this yourself, for a smaller business, it's really difficult to check these transactions. So just to sum it up a little bit, so it's ForumPay is a really great way to attract new customers, and indeed, this is what we see from our statistics, that approximately 40% of people who pay with crypto, they're actually new clients, and with ForumPay, you can accept payments, as I said, from any of the nearly 600 million wallets out there. Customers tend to spend more than with cards. It's overall, it's a young and affluent consumer demographic that tends to spend more, and especially on high value items. And yes, so again, as a business, you're never exposed to any crypto volatility risk because the business still invoices in fiat. We automatically convert into fiat and settle those funds automatically to the bank account. With our instant conversions and daily settlements, there's no risks of volatility for the businesses. If we go a little bit deeper into the technical aspect, we have also built a lot of automated payment error handling. So for example, with crypto, there could be underpayments or customers can send wrong crypto out sometimes. All of those issues can be handled automatically by our system to essentially not have to, so that the merchant support team doesn't have to deal with that. The process is as automated as it gets. And yeah, so with our instant confirmations, you're also not exposing your business to long lines because customers need to wait a long time for the transaction to be approved. It's approved within seconds, and the products or services can be given to the customer as the confirmation of the transaction is funds guaranteed from our side. And yeah, so again, you can accept payments from any wallet out there. Nearly 600 million customers globally at the moment, and then just a final note that there are a lot of easy integrations how this can be integrated through existing plugins. In some cases, there's no integration needed. Payments can be generated easily from any internet-connected mobile device. And obviously, if it's a bigger opportunity or a payments company, and as you'll see in the demo that will follow shortly, you can also pretty much integrate into any existing payment flow as well through our API integration. So thank you for your attention. If you guys have any questions, please send them in the Q&A option. We'll address those after the demo. And I hand over the mic to Morris and Matteo. Thanks.
Thank you, Dainis. Thank you all for being here. Good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone. I'm Matteo Colucci, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of HumanTouch System, which is a company that has a goal, and our goal is to innovate process, as you can see, is to innovate process and operation, especially in the F&B and the hospitality market. For us, innovation is something that needs to start from the bottom. So it starts from real daily problems. And when it comes to hospitality and restaurant, it is extremely important to put the attention on operation and as I said, daily problems. Often experienced by waiters and people that needs to manage sometimes a very big crowd in a peak of moment, and it's very important to have something that can allow waiter to manage those moments. And that's why integration for us are crucial in terms of effectiveness, because every innovation, especially in this market, at the end must match with the existing technology infrastructure of hotel and restaurant. Otherwise, it will be impossible to get into an existing, way of working. And so, what we actually do to, increase this effectiveness? We have developed a multi-channel solution that manages both card present and card not present payment. However, we believe that payment, from our perspective, is part of a flow. It's not the core of our business, but we see it as a part of a longer flow that starts from us when the guest comes physically into the hotel, or before sometimes, things in the case we have to manage pre-authorization, for example. We have to manage payment even before the guest comes to the hotel. So for us, it is very important to manage from the check-in. We manage all the process that stays between check-in and check-out, meaning the room card generation, as you can see, room charge, payable links, F&B ordering at table. This is part of a longer flow that we want to manage it in mobility. So we want to allow waiters and people at the front desk to manage this peak of moment in which, there's a huge crowd comes all together, and you need to manage maybe doing a check-in on the sofa, not necessarily on the front desk. So how do we actually do this? So how do we integrate, and what is the core of our integration? So as I said, integration is the way we choose to build our model. And when some of the integration that I report here, was meant to, get to dive into the specific reality of people working on the field. And so I report here some, of course, the most important, of course, is Oracle, because we are Oracle certified partner, and we are certified both for Opera, which is the PMS of Oracle, Symphony, which is the point of sale system for food and beverage. Obviously, we have integrated other companies such as Vincor, Tesaonity for the room key card generation. And depending on the geographic zone, like in Italy, for example, we had to integrate also the like police authority and statistic authorities, because we have to report all the data to them. So coming directly to the real problems of the merchant, they actually have anticipated some of the issue that you will see in the live demo after me. And there are issues regarding, of course, merchant and customer, and there are issues related to payment in general, and there are issues related to crypto in specific. When it comes to crypto, of course, there is an issue of confidence, because it's not really widespread yet, but it's becoming widespread, and even then years that when initially crypto payments were seen just as an investment. Now people, as Dainis said, are trying to use the fiat currency. It is something that is growing faster, but you need to have some experience and see things changing before adopting new things. And we are actually experiencing this changing. There are some tech needs, of course, because payment to be integrated into the PMS. We are very focused on hospitality, and as I said, operation are crucial. Innovation is interesting, but if it's not integrated with my PMS, it's not going to work. And in this case, one of the features that ForumPay has developed, as Dainis said, is the fact that you won't have to manage crypto. And this must be very clear to merchant, because they, at the end, they will not manage cryptocurrency. They will let the customer pay in cryptocurrency, and they will accept only dollar. They will receive only dollars. When it comes to general issue in the payments market, of course, fees and commission is something that everyone's scared, because it's especially with big volumes, it's something you have to consider. And as Dainis also said, the chargeback risk, especially for people that know the rules of Visa and MasterCard, know how to move between those regulations, it is easy for an hotel to have an issue regarding some money loss due to the chargeback rate. And from the customer side, of course, there is let's say, here I put the transaction delay. I mean, what I mean is that when Dainis was very specific about that, but I think you will see in Morris' presentation, the confirmation is instant. It comes with a really few seconds, and comparing to the normal standard procedure in crypto payment as a fiat currency, it won't take 15 minutes like in other cases. So, but people still think, do I have to wait for the waiter to process my transaction in 15 minutes, or is going to be instant? And also, of course, there are some security issues. Are all the regulation put in place? It is safe, and etc. So, what is the solution that we build up with ForumPay? Something takes us all those points, and with our integration with ForumPay, merchant is never exposed to the risk of holding crypto, and the transaction is instant, as I said, and the payments are integrated instantly. There is, of course, a reconciliation process, but it counts in dollars, not in cryptos. And the commissions can be charged on customers. This is a very important point, because at the end, this is something often clients ask, why should I pay commission if someone wants to pay with credit card? It's something that happens, and it has, it is somehow a rise in several cases. Now, if you want to use a card which has higher commission for the merchant, why should the merchant pay? This is something that some hotels say. So in that case, with crypto, they can just move the commission on the end customer, and this is actually what they would love to do, and also for normal payment or conventional payment. Sorry. And the security issues are taken with the KYC and AML compliance with is something that ForumPay is very committed on. I now leave the stage to Morris, which will show you some of the things I tried to explain you. And thank you for being here once again. Okay.
Thank you, Matteo. Just to remind again, if you guys have any questions, please send them over in the Q&A part, and we'll address them after the demo.
Hi, everybody. My name is Morris Soued. I am the CTO and co-founder of HumanTouch. And today I will present you 3 use cases, live use cases, and we'll show how our system integrated with ForumPay helps merchants and staff to manage their daily activities in the hospitality and F&B market. As you can see here, we have our application here that can run in any Android device. It could be either a smartphone, tablet, or even a smart terminal payment device. The first use case that I want to show is in the F&B market, and we have a guest that wants to have a meal in a restaurant and wants to pay that meal in cryptocurrency. So now I am, as a member of the staff of the restaurant, logging into the application. I click on POS button. I click on new check. As we can see, we can have multiple outlets or revenue center. So if we go into the Symphony server, we can see here that we have restaurant and room service in our test environment. And this means that this use case can be, of course, extended in any other situation, like room service, bars, swimming pools, golf club, beaches, shop retails where Symphony system is installed. So, okay, we want to open in the restaurant. We want to open in table 2. We are okay with the order type walk-in. We have 2 covers. We don't want a check name. We insert the employee ID. And we see that the application responds with success. This means that if we go to the Symphony workstation, inputting the same ID, we see here a check that has been opened. The menu is automatically loaded from Symphony. The items that you see are the ones that are present in our test environment, and they will, of course, change based on any property and what they have configured in their environment. So I can slide tabs to search items. I can filter them with the search bar. But let's it's morning in the USA, so let's have 2 breakfast buffet. And I'm sending them. The application responds again with success, which means that if I log in into Symphony, I see the 2 items that are added. And if there is a KDS, that is a kitchen display system, or any order device, the order will flow there too. Now I want to retrieve my open checks. And I can review what is present in the order. I can always add items, but okay, I think 2 breakfast buffet are enough for now. I'm satisfied, so I go to check review, where a guest can additionally add tip. I want to add a 10% today, and I confirm. Now, as said, we can have multiple payment options, but today we want to pay with cryptocurrency, and in this case, Bitcoin. So the waiter selects Bitcoin. Okay, we can show the receipt as a QR code, and we say close check. As we see, we have now a QR code that is generated by ForumPay. and the guest would scan the QR code that will automatically open his or her crypto wallets to complete the payment. I will simulate that with the widget. So we see here the pending transaction. I want to pay with Bitcoin, so I put the amount, put the address, and I click send. As Matteo and Dainis have already explained, the transaction, thanks to the instant confirmation, will be validated within seconds, which means that the payment will be directly confirmed and posted into Symphony. So if we go back again to Symphony, we see that the check has disappeared. We can go in our reports and we can see here that it is closed under the tender media that I have configured for Bitcoin, in that case, TS BTC. And in case we are within a hotel, the charge must be posted there. We can also have that supported. And this is the end of the first use case. So let's move with the second one. The second one is about a person, a guest, that wants to book a reservation into a property, and he does it or she does it through direct channels, so phone number, email, direct hotel website, etc. Today, hotels are not allowed to take payment details like credit card numbers by phone or by email anymore. So payment providers have given the pay-by-link technology to overcome that regulation. So let's create a new reservation that for a guest that is coming. I'm coming to the hotel. Okay. I am inserting the email. I will explain you why later. Okay, I'm just creating, any type of reservation. Okay. Checking that the email is correctly set. Okay. Okay, I am launching now a process that basically it detects new reservation and automatically sends the pay by link, because the issue that properties have now is that with the pay by links, they have to create the reservation into Opera, go to the payment portal page, create the pay by link, send it to the email, and then reconcile manually. So with our integration, they receive it immediately. So as we can see here, an email has automatically arrived. Okay, here it is faster. Okay, we see here that is now let's see there. That's better. That is, of course, automatic. It can be customizable by the customer with their own sender email, with their own subject, with their own logo, images, text, whatever. So as I said, we can pay, of course, with conventional payment method, but nothing forbids to also, thanks to ForumPay API, to pay with cryptocurrency. And of course, we can select any cryptocurrency that is configured. In our system, we have decided to configure only Bitcoin and Ethereum, but ForumPay supports many more. You can have them all, and they will appear in the widget. So I can switch between them to check the rate, to check the waiting time, and the network processing fee, but I want to stick with my Bitcoin. So I am happy, I am clicking pay. And again, the QR code has been generated. So we have, of course, again, our wallet that is simulated by the ForumPay widget. So I am putting the amount here. I am putting the address. And I am sending I'm executing the payment. So again, okay, here we are at home. So even if there is an instant confirmation, that is not necessary. But once it is confirmed, we can have, of course, an optional email that arrives to the customers. Okay, it will arrive soon. But in the meantime, we see here that a deposit has been posted into Opera, avoiding any manual reconciliation with the correct payment method configured for the cryptocurrency used by the customer. Okay, the third flow, okay, I am checking, is of course the checkout payment. When the guest completes his or her stay and has to pay his billing with all the charges and eventual extra postings. Okay, I am adding just few to have a payment, because we had the deposit and it balanced to zero the reservation. So we have now me that is checking out. So we can of course send again another pay by link and having the confirmation email, or we can go back to the application. We can this time click on PMS, we can click on checkout. We insert the room rambler to fetch invoice. And we can see here all the charges that appear in the application. That can be, of course, adjusted, that can be transferred to other windows. We can add other charges, so we can have a full management of the folios and the windows in the application, but everything is fine. So we want to pay. Again, I want to pay with Bitcoin. I confirm. The QR code has been generated, so we can move on with the payment. And once the payment will be confirmed within the few seconds, we will automatically post the transaction into Opera under the correct transaction code with a reference to the ID to reconcile. And okay, we can get our invoice. And if all the windows are paid, we can check out the guest, not in Italy, unfortunately, because of some fiscal tax requirement. But here in Opera, instead of a trace informing task to complete tasks that are needed to be completed before checking out, you will have the reservation that is checked out. So to resume, we presented 3 use cases, one in the F&B hospitality, that is the opening and closing of a check in any Symfony environments. That can be a restaurant, even a shop retail, swimming pool, room service, etc. And we saw 2 use cases in hospitality, so a pre-check-in pay by link, or even a pre-checkout pay by link, and a checkout at the front desk. And this is very important because thanks to ForumPay, we can manage both in-person and not in-person payments, covering the full needs of any property during their daily activities. I thank you again very much, and I leave the word to Dainis again.
Thank you, Morris. That was great. So if there's nothing else you guys want to add, maybe we can go to the Q&A session. And if anyone listening has any other questions, you're welcome to add them to the Q&A part of the webinar. So the first question, does this apply only to hotels or also to other types of businesses? And I guess I can address this one because it's a more general one. So essentially, there are no limitations where crypto payments can be accepted. As long as you're accepting a payment, crypto payments can be used for those transactions. So it's basically the same as any other form of payment. If you're accepting cards, you can as well accept crypto, or even if you're just accepting cash, you can accept crypto. And so no limitations really, and we have a lot of different ways so this can be integrated or used. And we have some of those use cases on our website, but if you're interested in more details for your specific business, you're always welcome to schedule a call with us, and we can go through your specific use case. So the next one, I think maybe I can comment from my side, and then you guys can do a brief comment from your side as well. So for a business that regularly has 2,000 visitors per month, how much can the integration cost? So I'll answer from like a general perspective, and then you guys can answer from your perspective. So essentially, in terms of the integration cost, the very basic option is just using the merchant dashboard to transact. In that case, there are no costs for the integration at all. It can be used from any mobile device, or if you're simply sending invoice links, it's basically there are no costs for that. If you are planning, or for example, if you're using a plugin, again, that's basically downloading plugin, enabling it. So again, there are no costs. So it really depends what kind of business it is. If it's some sort of custom solution, then obviously there can be some sort of basic integration cost in terms of how much the IT team need to get involved from that side. But obviously, you know, we can evaluate every specific case, and welcome to reach out, and we'll assist you with your particular use case as well. Morris, Matteo, maybe from your side, your perspective.
Yes, just a very quick word regarding our model, which is for the integration. It's based on a license, and the license is based on the number of module and devices that a customer may need, because of course there are restaurants that are part of a hotel, and there are restaurants that are standalone, or restaurants that use Symphony as a tool, but they don't need, for example, to operate whatever. Obviously each case is different, but the model is based on a number of devices, which is the number that we use to evaluate the usage, and also the number of module and hotel or bar may be. For example, there are there is just ordering module, and there is the payment module. Now, depending on what exactly the needs are, if you want to just manage the order, if you want to manage the payment, if you want to manage the payment, you want to manage all the characteristics of the payment, like the split payment, for example, or something like that. And yeah, we will go very specific into that once we have a customer that demands us something specific.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Okay, the next question. Which industry crypto payments is used for the most, and is the instant confirmation available now, and are there any additional fees for this? So in terms of industries, we see that a lot of different industries use it. So obviously the greatest adoption is typically in the high risk industries, where usually credit card processing is problematic, but we do see adoption in pretty much a wide range of industries. And for example, one of the biggest industries in the US is real estate market, where we process a lot of transactions in the real estate industry, where we facilitate the purchase of real estate by using cryptocurrency. But there's no limitations really, you know, starting from gas stations to you know, restaurants, hotels, travel agencies, jet charters, and obviously luxury industry is one where we see higher adoption as well. In terms of the instant confirmations, it's already available. It's and there are no additional fees from our side for that service. That's available by default for all of our merchants. Okay, we can go to the next question. Hi guys, do you think accepting crypto payments will help my business increase its revenue? So as we mentioned this briefly on the presentation, Obviously, it's a great way to drive your business revenue because, so first of all, the more options you have your clients to pay, the more likely that they're going to do business with you. Secondly, it's a great customer acquisition tool. As I mentioned earlier, I believe it was around 40% of customers that pay with crypto are actually new businesses. And it's important that you, whenever you are accepting crypto payments, that you make it visible to your customers, because when someone walks into the store, it's typically not the first question where they ask if the customer can use crypto. So it's important to have visibility, and for this purpose in particular, we have a merchant success team that works with all of our merchants to help them with marketing activities and to drive the crypto consumers to your business, and to make sure that it's visible for your clients that you are open for crypto consumers. So yes, it is a great way to increase your business revenue and acquire new customers. And next question, how can I start using ForumPay? We try to make the process as easy and as automated as possible. So essentially, it's just signing up for an account online. You just fill out the form online. You can go through the KYC verification online, and you're pretty much ready to go. So it's relatively easy, and some integration models are easy, like downloading plugins, or you can transact using the invoice links or generating payments directly from your dashboard. Okay, one more question. Where do the client guest payments go? And the question is if they go straight to business bank account. Again, I think I can answer this one. So essentially, the payments, initially, they go to a unique payment address that we generate for each of the payments. That's where the crypto lands. Then the crypto is instantly converted into fiat for most of the businesses. Obviously, we also do have the capability to keep it in crypto or convert into a stable coin. But for most businesses that operate on traditional currencies, we instantly convert into fiat currency, euros, US dollars, and all of the major currencies. Then it goes to the business's bank account on the next business day. So all of the payments that we have processed today, we settled them on a T+1 basis. So as the day closes, we settle those funds to the business's bank account automatically on the next business day. Okay, the next question, I think again for me, can I tell more about fraud detection with ForumPay? So for a crypto transaction, for someone to send crypto, they need to have control of that particular wallet. So typically, that's the way how you know that that's the wallet owner sending the funds. And in terms of the fraud detection, we do have analysis, how we analyze transactions, but the one that's the most obvious one is the Chainalysis integration. So all of the crypto that we receive, we scan the wallet that we're receiving the payment from. We also scan the crypto, and with blockchain being public, you can trace those transactions back to when that crypto was first mined. So we can see if those funds have been used for illegal activities, or if they've been used, or if they come from a sanctioned exchange, for example. So this is how we detect, and anything that gets a score that's not low risk by Chainalysis is blocked and investigated individually by our team. Okay, again, I think this one is for me as well. Does ForumPay integrate with Toast POS? So that's something I will need to check with our team. I don't know right away, but I can check.
Yeah, so sorry, I take also the words because yes, we are currently integrated with Opera and Symphony from the POS FMB side. In case there is an interest, we can of course manage the integration into our application and offer crypto payments integrated, as you have just seen in the demo.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Sorry, Dainis, if I
no.
Word again, but it's just to specify, because I see a question regarding cruise ship in the chat, and I take the opportunity to specify that the system is currently, as I said, is integrated, fully integrated with Opera and Symphony point of sale. So as long as these are the infrastructure in place, the solution is ready to be used. In case there are specific adjustments to make for cruise ship, we have to probably check this with Oracle, but there are issues that we have taken in the past, such as tokenization, etc., which match this issue. But as I said, we have to check with Oracle if cruise ship for the moment has changed something recently. And yeah, but the solution can also work with cruise ship once it is integrated with a proper PMS and point of sale system.
Thanks, Matteo. That was the answer for the cruise ship question, right? The next question, is it possible to refund guests if they are unhappy about something? If so, are refunds instant like the crypto payments? So in general, the way we see refunds mostly handled by businesses is that they typically handle them in cash. So because once the payment is made in crypto, the crypto is already converted into cash. So a lot of our businesses refund in fiat currency, but obviously we do have refunds available in our system, and there are a couple of ways how can that be done. For example, we have buy orders available that's used for payouts, but essentially you can hold a fiat balance with ForumPay where you can say, for example, I would like to send $50 in Bitcoin or any other of the supported cryptocurrencies. And all you need to do is input the wallet address of the recipient. So our system will take $50 from your balance with ForumPay, convert it into Bitcoin, for example, and send it to the external wallet address of the recipient. In this case, we cannot approve the transaction instantly because it really depends on the blockchain how long it will take for the crypto to land in the wallet address of the recipient. So the next question is, how does ForumPay ensure the security and privacy of cryptocurrency transactions, and what measures are in place to protect merchants and customers from potential fraud? So essentially, in terms of the security and privacy, obviously in terms of security, we have our own development team that have developed the exchange and the payment gateway technology. So they work on the security side of things. And in general, the first privacy shield for merchant is that ForumPay generates a new payment address for each of the payments. So when someone's making a payment to you, they can't access the information, for example, how many crypto funds are on your account. So each of the payments has a new payment address, so that's great for privacy. In terms of security, that's all of our measures in-house, and in terms of the potential fraud, again, that's for a payment, for someone to make a payment with the cryptocurrency, they need to control the wallet, they need to have access to that particular crypto wallet, so only they can initiate the payment from the wallet. So it's essentially, that's a sort of a guarantee that whoever is making the payment, they have control of that wallet. And the next question, do you accept stablecoin? We do accept stablecoins. So we have USDT on 3 different blockchains. We have on Tron, Polygon, and Ethereum. And we also have USDC on, yeah, I believe it's Ethereum and Polygon. One more question. Does crypto orders that paid from users go to the same law for global AML rules with ForumPay? I'm not really sure what you mean with this question, but you can send me an email to dainis@forumpay.com, and I can check on this with our compliance team. Will we add stablecoin is the next question. Euro stablecoin. We do not have Euro stablecoin yet, but since we own and operate our own exchange, and all of the payment gateway technology is developed by our team, we can add support for different cryptocurrencies based on demand. So if there is a demand for your business for this particular stablecoin, we can obviously evaluate adding it as well. The next question is, can I pay my employees in crypto? And this is a good question because it's the opposite flow, which we didn't really cover in this presentation because this presentation was more to receive payments. But actually, we've seen really strong adoption for payouts in crypto, and a lot of payroll companies or content creator platforms are using gas for payouts in crypto because essentially, if you have employees globally, it's a very fast and convenient way to pay them in crypto through mass payouts. And again, there are a couple of ways how this can be done. You can do it from your existing crypto balance through our mass payouts by uploading a CSV file or through an API integration, or you can use our buy function, in which case you simply fund your account by wiring funds to our bank account. Those funds are then credited on your ForumPay account. And again, you can issue mass payouts, or you can do it individually from the dashboard, where similar to how I explained it in the refund flow, you simply specify which is the amount in fiat that you would like to send. You select which cryptocurrency you'd like to send and input the wallet address of the recipient. Our system will automatically convert those funds and send them to the external wallet address. And believe we had a couple of questions in the chat as well. So one of these, so Alton is asking about, he's having a meeting with hotels and he would like to book a training to explain how this works. So, you know, you can reach out to me, Dainis@forumpay.com, and I can type the email here, and I can set up a call with the HumanTouch team, and we can, you know, do the demo. And Matteo, you're on mute if you would like to add something. So yeah,
it will be a pleasure for. So do you are you about to write your email? How do we want to organize this?
So I sent my email in the chat, and I can organize an introductory meeting with the guys, and they can do a demo and explain it.
Great. I was watching. Okay, I see it. That's great.
And in terms of representing our company, we have a number of different ways so we can work with introductions to businesses. So we can work on a very basic referral type of partnership where you're simply introducing businesses to us, or we also have more complex structures like ISO model or even a master merchant model where we can process all the payments for you and you settle to your sub accounts.
Dainis, we have other 2 questions.
Yeah. So the next question about payouts in stablecoin. There's a question if there's going to be a network fee, which will be deducted from another coin. We are planning to pass these fees to the users. Can the network fee be displayed to the user transparently on the front end prior to withdrawal execution? So again, this one is, I assume, for me. And so there are 2 ways how payouts can be handled. One, either you deduct the network fee from the amount that you're going to send the recipient, or you send the full amount and cover the network fee as the sender. In both cases, this can be fully transparent, and you can either pass it on or cover it as a merchant on the payout side. Then I believe we have a question for Matteo and Morris. Can HumanTouch System be used in businesses, hotels, anywhere in the world?
It is indeed, and it is something actually that we aim, as long as there is and there are the Oracle lights that are required. But no, we can get more specific on that once we have like the right content. Yes, as long as Oracle is, we can work everywhere.
And the next question, does the Recon work, and is it exposed in the same traditional reporting as the merchants reporting they have today? Again, Matteo, I think you can comment on this from your integration perspective. And I think it's regarding reconciliation and reporting of transactions.
Yes, exactly. One of the things that we have is a platform to reconcile all the transaction. I mean, that we manage from, because of course, you know, you can pay crypto, but you can also pay credit card, or you can pay cash. And at the end, you will need a structure and a table in which you will find all the payment and divided by I don't know, employee ID. We also manage tip, so you know, in that case, you also have this, and this is thing. I think it's useful because using our application, you could, through integration, have accepting different payment methods, and then have a single reconciliation platform in which you can see all that. So from our perspective, sorry.
Yes, no, sorry. I just wanted to add that I don't know who is sharing the screen. If I can, you know, have access
just a second.
Thank you, Dainis. So this is our dashboard that will be changed. Of course, the website is under a complete review. I can go to transaction here, and by clicking on external transaction, in this case, I can review all my transaction. I can filter pay date, and I can export them by in Excel or CSV format, and can review the whatever was what was sold in my property. So as Matteo has correctly said, we can of course filter by the type, and have a dashboard that has a full that gives a full vision of all the transaction processed in a property.
Thank you,
Okay.
Morris. Yes, so the good thing about this integration in particular is that it's really organically working together with any other form of payment. From our side, obviously, the reporting is all available on dashboard as well. You can export CSV files with all of the transactions. We have settlement reports and all of that is available as well. And let's move on to the final question for now. Is the onboarding for a merchant application for Forum embedded in the POS system's onboarding, or is it separate? So in general, merchants need to be, if merchants are onboarded directly with ForumPay, obviously they would need to be onboarded directly with us, which would be a separate process. If they're using one of our PSP partners, which operates on a master merchant model, in that case, they can be onboarded with the PSP as well and use that onboarding process. So essentially it can be both. And I think that's it for the questions for now. And looks like we're also just 1 minute left on the call. Thank you for everyone who's joined. Matteo, Morris, anything else you would like to add?
Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
I
everybody.
join you in
Just want to-
thanking everybody.
Thank you
Exactly,
if
me
you
too.
watch this, and thank you guys for doing the demo. And it's really great to see how these integrations can be seamless and so smooth into existing systems. And as I said, it's just another form of payment. And you can select card or you can select crypto, and it's seamlessly in one smooth integration.
Correct.
Correct. Thank you, Dainis, and
We are
everyone for being
available
here.
in case someone wants to follow up after. You can reach Dainis and we can have other demos and respond to other doubts or questions you have.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, and have you all a nice day.